Well, hello, my friends, and welcome back to yet another episode of No Bull Real Estate. I am Katie McCartney, your host, and in this episode, I have the continuation of my conversation with my special guest, Beth Wanless. She's the Director of Government Affairs with Ohio Realtors. We will be discussing Ohio House Bill 563, or short-term rental property rights. So let's get started. I am a licensed real estate broker in the state of Ohio. This podcast/vlog is a mix of factual information and opinions. Be sure to do your own research and draw your own conclusions. This is mainly for entertainment.
Oh, about short-term rentals?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is a bill that has been introduced in the Ohio House. It's House Bill 563. And it would essentially prohibit a local government from banning short-term rentals.
Okay.
So that is a hot topic across the country. It's not unique to Ohio. There are many communities in Ohio that have put a moratorium on short-term rentals, which is a ban. And a lot of our local government affairs directors who work at, Akron Cleveland Association of Realtors or Columbus Realtors, I reached out to them and I just said, what do you guys think? Because this is really impacting your local communities, what you deal with on day to day. And they were, like, please support this. This is important to us because we're fighting these bans all the time and it's, killing our time. We can't work on other housing policy because we're constantly fighting these moratoria. So there are exceptions to the bill. It would allow for a local government to regulate for, public nuisance, health, safety, building code, fire code, noise violations, sex and drug trafficking. So essentially, you just can't regulate a short-term rental more harshly than an apartment. That's essentially what it's saying. We had many members reach out to us and say, this is something we absolutely have to support. This is our bread and butter, is protecting private property rights and allowing a property owner to use their property, as they wish within, reasonable.
Yeah.
Right. No, ragers at, in Muirfield or whatever. There are also some interesting ordinances around the state that I have problems with. And I'll be honest, any ordinance that requires a person to disclose the name of the short-term tenant, I think is potentially discriminatory, because the person could look at the name, let's say it's an ethnic name, and they don't like it, and they could say no. So that gives me pause. And we are, as you know, Article 10 of the NAR Code of Ethics is all about fair housing and anti-discrimination practices. So fair housing is extremely important to us. And I just don't see what purpose that serves to provide the name of a short-term tenant. I just, you don't have to do it for apartments, so I don't know why you need to do it for someone staying in a property for, a night or two. So we're likely going to support that bill. Our legislative steering committee this week on Tuesday did vote to support it. And then it does have to go through the proper channels and be approved by the executive committee. So there was not any really major discussion over it. It was very, clear cut. Like, we support private property rights, and there are exceptions in the bill to allow for, certain regulations to protect the public. So we'll see. I mean, a lot could happen between now and our next meeting. But yeah, there was supposed to be a hearing on Wednesday for opponents, which would have been the third hearing. However, the session for the House went way late. I think they left at like 10 o'clock that night. So the committee in State and Local Government Committee was canceled for that day. So they'll probably have another hearing in about 2 weeks. We'll go to that. We'll, listen to everybody and make sure we're aware of all sides of it. But yeah, this is sort of a softball for us. Ohio Realtors protects private property rights.
Congratulations, you made it to the end. I'm impressed. Now do all the proper things. Subscribe and or hit the notification bell. I would love to have a conversation with you, so don't be shy and drop me a line. Until another time, make it a great day. My special guest's conversation, Beth Wanless from last week, she's the don't go off script.